Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a surprise version of the Shift into Your Purpose 21-day challenge. I am Dr. M. John Mason, and I'll be your tour guide for the next couple of minutes. I apologize for those who were expecting me on at 7. That just did not work quite the way that it was supposed to work. But we understand probably better than most that sometimes life doesn't play fair and life doesn't give us what we want. But we know that you need to be perseverant in making sure that you get what you're supposed to have and what you're supposed to do. So I'm late, but I'm here. For those who have just joined us, we are in the Shift into Your Purpose challenge. And just as a reminder, SHIFT basically is an acronym that is sit with yourself in Jesus, hear the Father's voice, invest in your purpose, forgive offenses, and take accountability. Those 5 items work together to allow you to simply change everything that you are about, bringing your purpose into the reality of everything that you have. So, tonight, or this morning actually, what we're going to be talking about is hearing the Father's voice. Yesterday, we talked about the necessity of finding a time and a place where you can be alone with yourself and begin to deal with the things that men often hide, your emotions, your feelings, what you're struggling with, to give yourself an opportunity to look inward. Tonight, we're going to be talking about hearing the Father's voice. Now, there are 2 types of brothers that are going to be watching this. Number one are the brothers that have a relationship with God and they understand that He directs their path. The other group of brothers are those that do not. Now, I'm going to say something real controversial, and it goes like this: it doesn't matter whether or not you have a relationship or not, God is in everything around us, from the wind that blows, the birds that sing, trees that move, the weather, the clouds. Everything that you see has something to do with what God is laying out. For those who have accepted that there is a God, we understand that all of that is orchestrated for our benefit, to show His goodness and His glory. Whether you are of the I profess that I am God's child, or I'm not there, doesn't matter. Tonight, this morning, we're going to be talking about is the necessity when you are sitting by yourself, dealing with yourself, wrestling with the things that are within you. There comes a point where you have to listen to that still small voice. You may call it intuition, you may call it your mind, your soul realm. For those of us who understand His voice, we hear directions being given to us. We hear what is necessary. We hear that it's important to focus on certain things. And when we begin to focus on certain things, all of a sudden, what we find is that directions are given to us. It's a beautiful thing that has happened because we are often given the tools necessary to move to the next level. And as it relates to our purpose is something that we have to seek, we have to run after, we have to apprehend. It's not going to just be given to you. People often struggle with, what am I, why was I placed on this planet? What am I to do? Where am I to go? And we begin to listen, and we begin to hear things that often have been buried since we were very young. It's strange in many ways because when we were younger, we said, I want to be a fireman, I want to be a pilot, I want to be a police officer, I want to be a surgeon, I want to be a teacher, I want to own my own store, I want to be on television. And as we grew, some of those dreams fell away. We didn't know what we wanted to do. Now, some of those dreams are coming back, and they're coming back with a vengeance because we hear them clearly, we see them clearly, and we're asking ourselves the question, why in the world are these things coming up now? What's the purpose of them coming now? They are to remind you that you have a work that's yet undone. For me, there are books that are inside of me that I have tried my best to put aside, and I can't. I cannot. I wish I could, but I cannot. Those are things that just irk me because now I'm trying to figure out, what in the world am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to do this? And the reality is, just do it. Just do it. And when I hear that voice that says, this book is going to bless so many people, but you've got to get it outside of you into print, then I have to do what I'm supposed to do. So find a time where you can be alone with yourself. Guard that time. Guard it because it's important. Show up for the time that you set up, and then begin to listen. Begin to listen. Many people say that the cosmos speak to you. Whatever you call God today, listen. Listen for that still small voice. This time of night is one of those times when I find it very easy to hear his voice. I find it very, very easy to hear his voice. So it's not going to be long. Not tonight. It's not going to be long. But as we shift, I want you to make sure that you set aside the time, guard the time, show up with your full authentic self, be transparent to yourself to figure out what's going on, and then listen. Thanks for listening. For those of y'all who are on, I appreciate you. For those who will see this later, I appreciate you too. Have a wonderful morning, and we will see you a little bit later tonight. Thanks.
We all want to be happy, but the majority of us have no idea what to do. See, the Japanese have a concept called ikigai, which roughly translates into a reason for being. You need to have a purpose for being here. But this is easier said than done because there are 4 components that you need to check off in order to achieve ikigai. Now, the interesting thing about this Japanese formula is that you can tell where you are in life and what you need to work on by looking at the components you have so far. If all you have is something that you love and are good at, then you have what's called a passion. On the other hand, if you have something that you love and you can see how the world needs it, then you have what's called a mission. Now, if you're someone who has something you get paid well for and are good at, then you have what most people in the world have, which is a profession. And finally, if you get paid well and it's something that you know can help the world, then you have what's called a vocation. You need to be spending your time doing something that you love, that you can get better at, that pays well, and that the world needs. Without all 4, you will always feel like you're missing something inside of you.
Follow us for more helpful tips.